Courtney and welcome to Courtney's Cakes. Today we're doing a Vikings cake. If you watch the show, then you know what shield it will probably be. It's going to be Lagertha's. It's going to be this pretty teal color. For this, I'm going to use a 12-inch round cake. The recipe I'm going to put down below. And I took just one recipe and put it all in one cake thing that we're going to cut in half. A recipe of chocolate frosting. You'll need a spear cake pan to make the center of our cake. If you don't have that, that's fine. Use something that's similar. Just make it round, nice. You're gonna need some black fondant, Nutella for our filling, but you don't have to do this if you don't like Nutella, that's fine. You'll need your teal color to do a whole package of our white fondant, a 5-inch cookie cutter, some piping bags. You will also need this little cutter here that it measures precisely the width that you want, and you don't have to keep measuring it. These are really super handy. Some powdered sugar, a rolling pin, and a big serrated knife or a cake leveler to cut our cake in half. Alright, now we're going to take our cake and I'm going to use the same exact size cake round to put this on. Alright, I'm going to take my serrated knife and I'm going to cut it in half. And if you have a cake leveler, this is a lot easier. It will do it to the precise height you want it. Alright, we're going to put our chocolate frosting on our white cake. I want to kind of mix it up. This next step is totally optional, but I'm going to put a little bit of Nutella in the center. And I'm not going to be putting a lot. I'm just going to be putting a little bit to give it a little something different. That tastes like the candy you get. It's good. Take and just smooth that just a little bit. And be sure to wipe this off before you start icing the rest of your cake. Alright. My cake is literally falling apart. Alright, now that you have that on there, we're going to take and we're going to ice the rest of this, and then we're going to cover it with our fondant. Alright, now that our cake is frosted completely, we're going to take and set it to the side. We're going to take and we're going to start with our fondant that we've already colored. And to make sure that it doesn't stick to our mat, we're going to take some powdered sugar and just sprinkle it over it. And if your fondant gets too dry, always you can add some shortening to it and it will make it more moist. So we've already got this color to the color we want, and now we're going to roll it out big enough to cover our cake. If you get any air bubbles, just take a toothpick and let the air out. And then just keep rolling it. Alright, once you have completely rolled it out to the thickness you want, make sure you don't get too thin or it will tear. Take and put a little bit of your powdered sugar on top. And a little bit on your rolling pin because you're going to roll it up on there. don't want it to stick, so. Alright, there we go. Even though we've made a complete mess with our powdered sugar. It's okay. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to take and cut off any of our excess fondant. Make sure not to cut it too short. And I'm just using one of these little cutters that you can use for fondant. This one's pretty sharp, so it does the trick pretty well. So always remember, you can always go back and cut off more, but you can't add it back on. Well, you could, but probably wouldn't look that good. Once you get this completely smooth, I'm gonna go down to the bottom and cut it right at the bottom of the cake. Okay, we're gonna take our black fondant and we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of our powdered sugar out on it. And don't do a lot of your powdered sugar, just enough that you know it's not gonna stick. And you can do this to whatever thickness you want, because this is going to be our stripes for our cake. Alright, I have one of these little cutting wheels that is, Wilton makes this one. And it does different sizes that you can do the width of your straight cut. And I'm doing 1/3 of a cut on mine. So alright, once you have all your lines cut out, I cut out about 7 of them. We're going to take and we'll roll out another piece of our fondant, and this is going to be for the center of our shield. Okay, so I took a 5-inch cookie cutter, this round, and I cut it out. And then I took some cocoa powder and I dusted it very lightly, and I put it in this spear cake pan, which made it the perfect shape that I needed, just a little bitty dome. And two, when I brushed it with some cocoa powder, which you definitely want to dust the inside of your bowl, it kind of gave it a worn look, which I really liked. So you're going to do that. Let that, I would say, sit overnight, and make sure it hardens, because if not, it's going to go flat on you, and that's it. And you don't want it to be flat. Alright, we're going to take our little dome and we're going to put it in the center of our cake. That way we kind of know where everything else is going to go. Alright, now we're going to do around the edge. And I'm going to do mine in 2 pieces. It'll make it much easier. And I'm not going to glue it on there first. I'm just going to kind of see where it's going to land. Alright, once I have gotten it where I want it, I'll take a little bit of water with a brush. I'm going to put a little bit of water on there. That way it sticks to our cake and doesn't go sliding. And that'll act as the glue. And kind of put it where you want it the first time, because this black will like leave marks. And you don't want it to be all marked up with it. So, not that it really matters, considering their shields look really bad after a bath. So, I'm excited for the new season. We'll see what happens. I got way too many shows I watch. Probably need to cut back. You're going to cut this in a V shape. Take 2 pieces and make them a V. Alright, so I've got this. And I cut it so that these 2 pieces meet to make a V. Just like that. And then we're going to take and we're going to cut right at, and kind of make these as even as you can get them. right at this black line here. Just don't cut your cake. And now this is going to go into the shield center. I can just cut that off flat and do it just a little bit right there. Just kind of eyeball it. Make it the same on this side. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down the center of our cake. Because there's one long strip down the center. A little piece to go in here, which I'm going to take and make it a V shape. That way it fits perfectly. And we're going to take and cut it off. And I'm going to cut a little V shape out of the top of this. That way this slides right down in it. Alright, now we're going to take and we're going to put some lines in there. That way it kind of looks like the wood. And kind of beat it up a little bit. Because if you look at it, it kind of looks like they taken wood. Like, well, I guess like 2x4s and put it together. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I'm going to say it is. But we're just going to draw some lines. And I'm going to take this pen that is brown. And I'm going to draw some lines. And I'm going to just kind of not make them connect. And you don't want it perfect. And if you mess up any, that's fine. You can just say it was messed up in battle or something. Let's see. And just take and you do the same thing down the sides. Alright, once you've done that, you can take and kind of beat it up a little bit. Kind of put little dents in it. That way it kind of looks not perfect. So if your fondant is lumpy, that's okay. Alright, now I'm going to take some cocoa powder with my little fluffy brush. And I'm just going to brush over it. And you don't want a lot of this. You just want it to look like it's been outside. I guess that's what you call it. It's kind of like giving our shield some makeup. And really just pat it all over. You don't want to cover everything. You just kind of want to make it look a little worn. And there's our Lagertha shield cake. If you like it, make sure you subscribe and give it the thumbs up. I'll put all the recipes down below for the cake, for the icing, and anything else that I use. And I hope you enjoyed the video.